You will notice that when you get to the end of crocheting your row, this is a double crochet stitch right here, you'll notice that your stitch will have two top loops, and we often refer these as looking like V's, like the letter V. So when you go to turn your work to crochet, you want to make sure that when you crochet the next row, let's make my turning chains here. Oops. Having a hard time getting a hold of my yarn. There we go. So you want to make sure that when you go to crochet the next row, that you definitely get underneath of those two top loops. So right there is the one top loop, but if you flip it, you can see the other top loop right there, and that's what you want to make sure that you get underneath of. And the reason that this is important is because if you continue to crochet your project without getting underneath both top loops, and if you only get under that one top loop of the stitch, this is what you're going to end up with, is ribbing. This is a sleeve on a sweater that I made, and so you'll end up with ribbing that's real stretchy. And here's the bottom of the sweater. That ribbing is also on the bottom of the sweater to make it, again, real stretchy. So just for a reminder, when you're crocheting, make sure that you not only get that loop right there that's facing you, but also the one that's very visible if you flip your work. You want to get under both of those. And it actually makes a difference in the way that the stitch appears. It'll, on the back, if you only get onto the front, it leaves that back loop behind, and I'll show you the little bump that it leaves. Let me work the next stitch normal so you can see the little bump that shows up. Okay, so when I turn my work, here's my two normal stitches, but on this one, can you see it doesn't look quite right? You can actually see that there's a little bump. There's that little bump that did not get underneath of the crochet hook. So you can definitely see that a mistake was made making that stitch.